All right, Crystal Snyder says, I have many people that have joined my skincare team, but they've done nothing, right? How do I find people that will actually put in the work? All right, so I've got a few tips here for you, Crystal, on this. Number one, and I'm not accusing, because I don't know how you've approached these people, but I do want to tell you a very common mistake that I see with a lot of people inside of network marketing. What happens is they promise the moon. They promise, man, this business is going to be so easy, or I'll do all the work for you, or man, just get in, get your 3, and those people will go get 3, and you don't have to hardly do any work, and this business practically builds itself, the product practically sells itself. I mean, you guys have heard that kind of rhetoric before. Like I said, Crystal, I'm not blaming you, or I'm not accusing you of that kind of rhetoric, but I've heard it over and over, and I'm sure you have too. So my first tip to you would be this. You attract the kind of person that your message is specifically designed to attract a certain kind of person, right?
I guess that's true.
Well, the same thing is true if you go out and you say, hey man, I've got a ground floor opportunity. This thing practically builds its business itself. You don't have to do any work. And, you're just, as soon as you join, I'll do your 3-way calls for you, and I'll practically get people in the business for you. And you're going to make all kinds of money, right? And then people are surprised when those people sign up and they don't do anything. Well, you attracted lazy people with your messaging or with the way that you tried to get them in the business. So my first tip, and like I said, I'm not accusing you of that, Crystal, but I want to give a very clear distinction so people understand if they have done that in the past to turn away from their evil ways, right? And so my first tip to you would be, don't have commission breath. Don't be so eager to get the sign up that you'll just say anything to get people to join. Let them know that it's going to be work, right? Let them know, hey, listen, it's work involved to build this business, but it's worth it, right? And one of the things that you can do is you can have a real conversation with your prospect saying, listen, why did you agree to meet with me today? Why did you agree to watch this presentation? And they say, oh, well, whatever the reason was. And you say, well, listen, fast forward 6 months from today. Let me ask you, if watching this presentation helped you to change your life in some way 6 months from today, what would that change be? What would you like to see changed in your life 30 days from today, 6 months from today, a year from today? Have a real meaningful conversation and say, listen, I'm not saying that this is going to be the easiest path. It is a simple business, but it's not necessarily easy. So let me ask you this. If 6 months from today, you were able to achieve X, Y, and Z, all the things you just told me you wanted as a result of my help building this business, would the work required be worth it? So you have to get people seeing a vision of how they want their life to be different. That's number one. My second tip to you, Crystal, and everybody listening who wants their team to be motivated to put in more work is this. Don't focus on motivation, focus on inspiration. It's very hard to motivate someone to take action, but people will take action when they are inspired. Whenever they, for example, when they see you taking action, when they see you putting in more people, when they see you rank advancing, when they see you crossing the stage, they'll say, oh my gosh, wow, Crystal is really walking the walk. She's talking the talk. She's changing her life. And when you share stories of other people on your team, that will inspire the people on your team who aren't doing anything. So the best advice I could give you is this, Crystal. Number one, don't hound people, right? Don't go after people and say, hey man, why aren't you doing the work? Why aren't you going out and recruiting people? You told me that you wanted this result. Instead, you got to love them where they are, okay? You got to love them where they are. And think of it like this. You keep them around the campfire long enough, they're going to catch on fire. They're going to get warm enough eventually that if you keep them around the camp, but think about it like this. If I went to a gym, let's say I go to a gym, and I'm just, I don't know, I'm at the gym because my wife wants me to go, and it's like easier to go to the gym for an hour than have my wife say, come on, Tyson, why don't you lose weight, right? That doesn't happen around here, but I'm just using this as an example. If I go to the gym and I feel good, like people are like, hey, Tyson, what's up, man? It's great to see you again here at the gym. Oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. Hey, how are your kids doing, right? They're just keeping me around the campfire, even if I'm not totally into it, even if I'm not totally into the gym experience, even if I'm like half-assing it. I'm kind of like, I'm like on the treadmill for 3 minutes and then I spend another 10 minutes talking to people at the gym. If somebody walks up to me at the gym and says, come on, Tyson, man. I thought you wanted to lose weight. Why don't you like get serious, bro? Why don't you go lift some weight? Why don't you start sweating, man? Why are you being such a loser around here, not doing any work? Why are you spending all your time socializing instead of working out? Now, do you think that would make me want to come back to the gym? No, not at all. It's going to be like, well, that made me feel like crap. I ain't coming back to this place. So I would not come back. I wouldn't stay around the campfire. But if every time I came in, people were like, Tyson, dude, how's it going, man? It's so good to see you. How's your kids? How's Zane doing, man? Is he doing all right? How's your business? They're interested in me. They're interested in my life. They're talking to me. They're interested in what's going on. They make me feel good. Eventually, I might show up to the gym long enough that I see one guy who was like just like me. He was exact same amount overweight as I was, and now he's getting results, and I'm like, God, that guy's inspiring me, man. I think I want to do this. I think I want to get serious. That same analogy has to be true for you. Keep people around the campfire long enough and just love them where they are, be interested in them. There's a lot of people who will just stay in around the culture and around the community because it makes them feel good. They may never, ever be willing to go out and build a big team. And so my question to you, Crystal, would be, have you gotten clear with your team members about what their goals are, right? When you signed them up, did you sit down with them after you signed them up and said, listen, what is it that you would like to achieve, right? Like I would tell some of my team members, I would say, listen, you're the horse, I'm the jockey, right? If the horse doesn't run, the jockey doesn't have a job. So listen, my job is to point you in the right direction. It's to show you what to do, but you have to run the race. So I want to know, how fast do you want to run this race? How quickly do you want to get results? How big of results do you want to get? Are you looking to just make a few extra $100 a month? Are you looking to quit your job? Like, get clear with what their goals are and help them set a game plan. And then very, very important here, Crystal, get clear with them on that first meeting, on their indoctrination meeting, right? Their induction meeting. Number one, what is it that you want to do? My job is to help you, but if you don't actually run the race, I don't have a job to do, right? I help, you do the work. And then you say, listen, why do you want to get these results? Same thing I said earlier. Help them get clear on how their life is going to be different 6 months from today, right? 30 days from today, a year from today, and say, listen, Sue, I appreciate you joining the team. I appreciate you telling me what your goals are. I absolutely want to help you achieve those goals. Now, listen, I never said this business was easy. It is simple, but you're going to run into roadblocks. You're probably going to run into some people. You got to set expectations. Set their expectations. Like, listen, you're probably going to run into some people who say, hey, this isn't a fit for me. I'm not interested in building this business. I'm not interested in doing it. Or you might even run into some people who absolutely say, why are you doing this, Sue? Why are you in this thing? Like, no, nobody ever makes money at those kinds of things. And you're probably going to be faced with some rejection from time to time. So, Sue, let me ask you this. All of the things you told me you wanted to quit your job. You want to be able to send your kids to a great school. You want to be able to spend more time with your kids. You want to be able to go on vacations when you want without a boss telling you, when you can take off. If I was able to help you do that, and even if all of these fears that you have come true, would it be worth it? Would it be worth it having people tell you no? Would it be worth it having people join and then not do anything? If the answer to that is yes, then you just have to keep your eye on the real reason why you're doing this. So help people get clear on why they're doing it, and then go out there and help them set a game plan. And if they don't do the work, Crystal, you keep them around the campfire long enough that they get inspired by other people's stories. And that's my last tip. I know my answer's kind of been all over the place with this one. I hope this has been helpful. Has this been helpful before I give you this last little tip? If it has, give me some hearts if you're on Facebook. Give me some thumbs up if you're watching this on YouTube. And just let me know if this has been helpful. And so, Crystal, my last little tip to you is like I said earlier, love them where they are and keep them around the campfire and share stories, either your own story. Don't expect them to do work that you're not doing. If you're not contacting prospects every day, don't expect your team members to do it, right? So share your own successes, share team members' successes who are getting results, and eventually other people on your team will get motivated. They will get inspired to take action. So I hope this was a helpful answer. Like I said, if it was, give me some comments. And by the way, if you want to know how to attract more prospects to you so that you can build a team, so you can start implementing these strategies with your team members, it all starts with having qualified people to talk to. If you want to register for my simple webinar where I show you my simple 3-step formula for how I generated tens of thousands of leads online, how I enrolled over 1,000 people into my business, all online without bugging my family members and friends, click the link that you see somewhere on or around this video. Put in your name, your email address on the next page, register for a time to attend. The webinar is about 60 minutes long, and I'll show you my exact 3-step formula for how I attracted thousands and thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people to me, generated tens of thousands of leads, and enrolled over 1,000 people in less than a year after I had struggled and failed for over 18 years in my business. I'll show you the whole 3-step formula if you're interested in attending. So hopefully you got value out of that answer. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you watching. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Listen, if you enjoyed this video and you want more free training on my channel to help you generate more leads and more sales and grow your business using cutting-edge strategies on the internet, take a second to do 3 things before you go. Click my face right here to subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell below to get notified every time I post new videos, and click this video to watch some more free training on my channel. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.